Hello Libra, this is Crow Indigo Intuitive Tarot. We put up the full moon postings earlier this week, so this weekly read is a bit later than usual. We're going to be just looking at a 3-card pull plus an oracle card today. This is for Sun, Moon, or Rising Libra. It's a general reading. It won't resonate with everyone. And we're going to be using the Wild Unknown Tarot by Kim Kranz. And that is because the light here is a little bit harsh at the moment, and these are matte cards, so they'll be a little easier for us to read. We have a 2 of Swords, 7 of Wands, and the Mother of Cups. There are no royals in this deck. There are son and daughter and mother and father. So, what are we looking at here, Libra? In the 2 of Swords, you may be feeling indecisive about something this week. I want to kind of compare it and read it in relation with this 7 of Wands. And so, it could be, maybe it's not indecisive so much as you have you have a difficult choice to make, so it's taking a little longer. That's where that sense of indecisiveness may creep in around the edges, but the reason that it's taking you a while to decide is because it's a difficult choice, and you may be feeling defensive. You may be feeling, Libra, like you don't have to answer to anyone, so you can take as much time as you need to make this decision. It's nobody's business but your own. You may be feeling like there's something about the situation where you're trying to keep everything under control, and something about making this decision has an impact there. We have then the Mother of Cups, and in this case, there's a certain level of comfort that you're offering. Maybe you're making this difficult decision so that someone else doesn't have to make it, Libra. That's sort of what I'm sensing from Spirit. This being stuck in this place where you know a decision needs to be made, but feeling a little defensive about everybody on you to make it quickly. I get the sense you're taking the responsibility for making this decision, but you're doing it out of compassion so that someone else doesn't have to make that decision. So it could be a big decision, or it could be, I get the sense that there's something impactful about this choice that needs to be made. And if you're not feeling defensive about this space you find yourself in, it could be that you're feeling challenged a little, that there's something about this decision. You're making it not just for yourself, but for other folks as well. And there's an opportunity in making this choice. This is going to be so specific. I don't know how many of you it will relate to, but there's something about making this choice that has the potential to improve people's lives. Yours, the people that you're making this decision for. Maybe you have kids and you need to make a choice. And, it's difficult to make this choice. And there's a lot of weight on your shoulders. But you need to make it. You're making it for yourself, not just for your own self, but for these other folks, whether it's children or a group that you're with. I can't really tell. But it's a really, it's a compassionate act on your part. It's a loving act on your part that you're taking it on yourself to make the decision, Libra. So that seems a little heavy, but I think I don't read this as an unnecessary thing. I think the decision has to be made. I think you're the one that has to make it, because you're the rational one in this equation. and you are making the choice with the well-being of the other people that will be affected firmly in your mind this whole time. All right, Libra, let's see if there's any additional guidance here from Spirit. We're going to use this Enchanted map. Ooh, so much glare. The Enchanted Map Oracle. And just pull one more card there for you. Get a little bit more guidance from Spirit for you this week as you're making this choice. All right, Libra, let's see. We have flying. Oh, so much glare. Sorry. Number 20. Flying. Just going to set that there. And I'm going to consult the book, because I want to make sure I am reading this with the intent the author had. You have the power to see things from a higher perspective. And that definitely aligns with what I was sensing here, that this decision has to be made. You are doing the deciding out of compassion, and it's just further assurance from Spirit that that's the right way to go about this, because you have this higher perspective. You can see things more clearly because you're seeing them from way above. You see the big picture, whereas other players in this equation maybe are not quite as clear on what needs to be considered. If you were a bird flying high in the air, what would you see? When you soar above life's challenges and opportunities, a new perspective becomes available. Today, you have invisible wings that allow you to swiftly bring your circumstances into alignment with your highest purpose. This is a sign that your waiting is over, that all your hard work is paid off, and the things you hoped for are no longer beyond your scope. You have the ability to reach for the stars and find one with your name on it. Spread your wings and soar. The angels are waiting for you. So, what I kind of was picking up before, the defensiveness about the decision, I was sensing that defensiveness was because people were on you to make this choice quickly, and you will not be rushed into making a choice quickly. You're making the choice the right way, in the right time. I think now part of that defensiveness also, what I'm really starting to feel right in my center, is that the choice you're going to make, there are going to be people in your environment that will accuse you of being selfish. They'll say you're making this choice for your own selfish purposes. And so there are two things there I wanted to add that I'm sensing from Spirit here, Libra. One, there is nothing wrong with thinking about yourself. You have every right to think about yourself. It's your life, and no one else is going to put you above all of the other interests that they hold except you. You have that opportunity to take care of you, and by taking care of you, you can take care of other people. And so if this is a situation where you're making a choice and there are children involved, which is the strong sense I'm getting right now, you need to be brave and strong and make the choice that is right for you and your children. And if other people want to label you selfish and say that your motivation here is not pure, that your motivation isn't compassion and doing what's best for everyone, including the children, then you just need to not listen to them. Because you know in your heart, you have the perspective, you can see what needs to be seen, and you can take care. Only you are in a position to take care of those others that you need to decide for. And it is not, if you are defensive because people may call you names or may question your decision, don't be. I mean, it's easy for me to say, don't be defensive, right? It's easy for me to say, oh, don't worry about those people that call you names or question you. Of course, it's going to affect you to some degree. But what's so important here is that you're making this choice And you know that you're making it for the right reasons, and that is the only thing that matters right now. So I wish you luck with this, Libra. Thank you to those of you that have subscribed. For those of you who haven't, we would be most honored if you would subscribe, join our tribe. And I'd love to have your feedback. So leave some comments, or you can send me an email anytime and share your feedback about the readings. Thank you so much, Libra. We'll see you next week.